So that's why it's fuel and food, gold, silver, Bitcoin. And so when Biden cut off the Keystone XL pipeline, he destroyed the middle class of America. And, he is doing exactly what Marx said to do.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have American investor Robert Kiyosaki on the real issues in the financial system and why he believes Bitcoin is a superior asset in the current economic climate. Kiyosaki says one of the biggest problems we face is the enormous financial gap between the rich and the poor. The rigged financial system will eventually give way to social unrest and extremism. Kiyosaki says there is also a giant space between the actual economy and the market, and because the S&P so closely follows cryptocurrency, more and more people will start to buy Bitcoin. With the government currently borrowing more than they are taxing, the economy isn't making enough money to pay for itself. He advises to watch what people in government positions do and pay no attention to what they're saying. Let's listen to Robert Kiyosaki as he gives his take on the current economic struggles and what we can expect for Bitcoin. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy what we do here on this channel. Let's get right into the video.
But this here is a financial statement from my cash flow game. And as Maria Montessori said, what the hand does, the mind remembers. So when you're playing the cash flow board game, you've actually got to fill out, this is an income statement, income expense, asset liability. We teach accounting in the cash flow game. This is a statement of cash flow. So those are three financial statements. This is what my banker wants to see. My banker has never asked me my grade point average, never asked what college I went to. Banker wants to see this because he wants to see my financial intelligence. But the reason I took a long answer for a short question, this here is Bitcoin. It's an auditor. So what it is blockchain technology audits the Fed, audits Wall Street. So the young people who are coming up today, they want blockchain because we need an auditor. And this is so when you're playing the cash flow board game, your job is to audit. Let's say you and I'm playing against you. You make a move, I have to audit your statement. That's what blockchain does. And hopefully, to me, the Fed is a Marxist organization because it's a central bank. I mean, read Communist Manifesto. But if I have to audit you, who audits the Fed? Nobody. So that's why I teach, Rich Dad Poor Dad is a capitalist tool. The cash flow board game is a capitalist tool, but it says it right here. Blockchain is the auditor. We need integrity back into our financial system. I'm a high advocate of financial education, which is not taught in school. So in '74, I took real estate courses. I also had to take options trading. So there's fundamentals, which are financial statements, fundamental trading, but there's technical, which ups and downs. So when Bitcoin the first time hit 20,000, I watched it, and it traced back down, I think, to 1,000. And I should have bought, but I was afraid when it hit 1,000, it would go to zero. So it came back, it hit 6,000. So I knew it was picking up momentum, as a trader would say. Trader, not a traitor. And when it hit 6,000, I bought 60 of them. So I'm in the money. So today it's around 17,000. I'm still in the money. So the lesson is, and this goes to all your listeners, your profit's made when you buy, not when you sell. So I'll ask you again, if Neiman Marcus had a sale on Gucci and Prada and all that stuff, you would have said, no, it's too cheap. I want it to go higher. Well, that's what people do.
According to Kiyosaki, the financial history of stimulus checks is beginning to repeat itself. This was evident at the start of Obama's administration when he was rescuing banks and bolstering the financial sector. Kiyosaki says the banking system is to blame for the growing disparity between the financial classes, which will result in massive instability.
Again, it's not Bitcoin, it's blockchain. And I'm very optimistic and bullish on blockchain. So if Bitcoin, if it goes down to 1,000, I'm backing up the truck. But if it goes to 25,000, not buying anymore. So your profit's made when you buy, not when you sell. And that's why all these gold people are saying, well, the price of gold hasn't gone up. I said, well, what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I remember in 2000, gold was 300 an ounce. You're gonna wait for it to go to 3,000 or 30,000 an ounce before you buy? But that's what stupid people do. They buy at the top of a market. They all jump in like idiots. I'm waiting for the next crash. The same as real estate. Real estate's crashing right now. I get very excited about it. Oh boy, everything's going on sale. And that's how I think. I don't want to pay retail. I want to pay wholesale. It's common capitalism. I also invest in Wagyu cattle. Why Wagyu cattle? Because Wagyu cannot be printed. And anything that can be printed, like a stock certificate, a bond, or a dollar, I don't want. So when I was a kid, I used to go watch the breeding bulls at the dairy have sex with cows. I said, someday when I grow up, I was 15 years old. I said, I'd like to be a breeding bull someday. So I buy a breeding bull at Wagyu because it's a brand. Rich will always have money, as you know. The top 5% will always be rich. So I buy Wagyu because they'll buy Wagyu before they buy a hamburger. And so the breeding bull is always, and they freeze it. And then you get a percentage of the cow you breed. So I'll say it again. I like gold, silver, Bitcoin, and mines and oil because you can't print it. So I'm a hardcore gold, silver, oil buff, food buff. I think what Jim Rickards is warning us, we're going to CBDC, central bank digital currency. It's a surveillance system. So China already has it. So if I use my CBDC, my Fed coin, to vote for Trump, they'll come get me. So the reason I own gold and silver coins, it's money. This is Andy Schectman is saying that. I can spend it. So if I want to pay you in silver, I can pay you in silver, or I can pay you in Fed coin. So I just want to have money that's real, God's money, gold and silver. That's why I have a gold mine here. I practice what I preach. My first gold mine on the New York Stock Exchange, the other two were on Toronto Stock Exchange. And immediately after I found gold in China, the Chinese nationalized it. I know what communism's like. I fought them in Vietnam, and they stole my gold mine in China.
Kiyosaki says that the concept of debt has become an inappropriate excuse for governments to have budgets on essential services and resources. People enduring financial hardships have started to become irritated and lash out in politics. Kiyosaki believes the best way to solve this is to begin with understanding the problem and how to make decisions that positively impact the economy. He notes that people aren't willing to talk about the fiat currency problem because leaders take the easy way and neglect to teach their people about finances. Kiyosaki feels that all world leaders are making questionable excuses for the rise of inflation. What do you guys think about Robert Kiyosaki's opinion on the condition of the financial market, his take on cryptocurrency, and how Bitcoin will be affected? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Library of Wealth. We'll see you in the next video.